Hey there folks, Sparrows here, coach of the New England Eeveelutions, and we are so happy to be rejoining the Eon World Trophy once again for Season 3. I had so much fun last year. I think this is a really great group of people, one of my favorite draft leagues to be a part of, and yeah, I'm excited to do it all over again. Before we get into the draft analysis, which is what this video is, obviously, I do want to do a quick plug. So about 2 months ago, I lost my job doing YouTube full time. I built up this channel from pretty much nothing to a little under 500,000 subscribers. So my girlfriend and I, we are trying to recapture that magic and go indie on this. So if you guys like animation, please check out Whitney Vision. We are putting a lot of love behind it. We're only like a month in, but we've got some good numbers so far for most of our videos. So if you like stuff like Rick and Morty, or if you like Invincible, for instance, Adventure Time, definitely check us out and give us some support. And if you are already supporting us, thank you guys so much. It means the world right now, especially since starting from zero is a uphill battle. Anyways, let's get into the uphill battle of Pokemon and take a look at our draft. So for our draft, we were second to last, which essentially makes us a wheel pick. You know, we get all the benefits of a wheel pick for the most part, unless I get sniped by the wheel. But once the draft gets going, you're like, okay, I know exactly what he's gonna pick. I'm good. I know how to wheel this over into something that I can make into a usable team. Going into this, I do want to say that I think right now we have the considered worst team in the league, which I'm kind of fine with. Yeah, I'm kind of fine with it. I want to right off the bat say that going into this, I sort of built a team that I would usually never use. I wanted to sort of expand my boundaries of this sort of play style that I'm comfortable using. So we were going with a very slow, bulky offensive team. And we'll get into sort of the minutia of it as we go along. So yeah, there was a lot of cool things that I wanted that just never got to me because I was, bottom of the list. So my first two picks, I think they kind of go hand in hand. The only thing that was available that I really wanted to use was Melmetal. So I was like, okay, I think I wanna, pull the trigger and use Melmetal because it's a Pokemon I've always wanted. It's something that I've never used. I only really play Draft League anymore. I don't do singles all that much just because there's no cartridge singles and I don't know. I don't like the showdown scene. So yeah, I was like, okay, I want to use Melmetal. So we're gonna build a team around Melmetal. The first pick I chose though, because I didn't think Melmetal was gonna go first round to D-Ray. I was like, okay, I'm gonna pick Clefable. Clefable is super splashable. One of the best fairy types, in my opinion, probably the best fairy type in Draft League format. It's a Pokemon that I've always wanted to also use in Draft League, and I wanted to create a really strong fairy steel core going into this. So Clefable, that's what nickname's gonna be, I guess. Clefable it is, and yeah, it's got Wish Teleport, it's got Moonblast, Recover, or it's Soft Boiled, I think is what it's called. Yeah, Flamethrower. It's immune to hazards, or it's also got Unaware, which is really good at preventing any setup on me or deterring it at the very least. I'm big into deterrence. So yeah, we went with Clefable, and then we went with our slow heavy hitter Melmetal, who we're gonna try to build a team around, and we're gonna try to build a slow, bulky offensive team around it. We'll see how it goes, So our third pick, I wanted to pick something that deterred fire types, and I figured what deters fire types more than rain? So we're picking up Pelipper, and I figured, hey, if the season gets too rough and I need to hit the eject button and be like, okay, this team is too slow, I'm not comfortable with it at all, we can sort of pivot to a more standard rain team. So we're gonna put a little bit of rain components into this team. I mean, we do get the ground immunity with Pelipper, we do get the fire sort of deterrent with the rain. So I don't hate this pick. I know that was a little bit of a contentious pick on the draft stream, but hey, let's do some slow rain. So yeah, because we picked Pelipper, I wanted to pick up something that could use the rain, and I picked up Seismitoad. Seismitoad, also really great water absorb user if I want to go with water absorb. Also a good rocker. So yeah, Seismitoad, what I like about Seismitoad is when you run Sweeper Seismitoad, you can run physical or special, which I think is one of my favorite things to do in Draft League, is to have a good mixed sweeper in my back pocket. Yeah, but immune to the thunders that are going to be coming into the Pelipper, and then also Pelipper has at least a neutral resistance to grass types. So I think having two water, these are two water types, but they do different things and they resist common water weaknesses. And I think they paired really nice together. I was thinking about Kingdra, but my initial draft plan ended up, you get sniped. So Kingdra is still on the board, but I had to make some adjustments and get some pricier things down the line, and we'll talk about that. So we go into our next round of picks. I picked up Vikavolt. Okay, so moving on to our next round of picks, we are starting off with the 10-point Vikavolt, another slow powerhouse. That's the theme. It's a theme. This thing has a 145 special attack. In the rain, that's 100% accurate thunder. Adds damage. Damage. Very excited about using this thing. It's also a slow Volt Turner. It's an electric type that's immune to ground, which I think works nicely with Melmetal. And it's got sticky webs. So if we want to, play fast and loose with our speed tiers, we can do that. Not that speed really matters to this team, as you can tell. But there's things that could be trying to speed creep us that, guess what? You got webs now. Melmetal is smashing you in. I'm so used to playing fast stuff. I don't know how I'm going to do this. So our next pick is Weezing, another Levitate user, another ground weak Pokemon with Levitate, which no Rotoms on this team, but we got some good Levitators. Weezing is a super thick wall. We have the option of running Toxic Spikes. We have the option of absorbing Toxic Spikes with neutralizing gas. We got Will-O-Wisp on whatever we want to bring it in on. So I like Weezing. It's a nice fat mon, and it's super splashable, and I think if I need to sort of rely on something to wall stuff, I think Weezing's the guy to do it. Next up, we got Machamp. So another Psychic weakness I'm noticing. Machamp is another slow powerhouse. And I wanted a status absorber. We just got a status abuser with Weezing, and I was like, okay, we need someone that can come in on a Will-O-Wisp, because Will-O-Wisps are pretty popular against Melmetal, and also I guess Scald too. We got someone that come in on Scald with Guts. It's also got No Guard, which if we want to bring Dynamic Punch, that's gonna confuse some people. So yeah, what I also like about Machamp is the Machamp does have priority with Bullet Punch. Our team is very slow, but we should have some decent priority on it. So we're gonna get some Bullet Punch in with Machamp, and yeah, I think Machamp's gonna pull some weight and strong arm some kills. So I'm excited about Machamp. The next pick we have is going to be temporary. I'm going to say that right now. Even though I think this is one of the better picks on our team. This pick was sort of made in conjunction with another coach that we're going to be trading with later on in the season. But for the time being, I want Reuniclus to have a home with the Eeveelutions, and I think it fits nicely. Spoilers are only Trick Room user. My initial plan was to sort of like the Kingdra was to have two Trick Room users on our team, but that ended up getting sniped from us. I wanted to pick up a 1-point Porygon, but that actually got picked up, which is interesting. So yeah, we only got one Trick Room abuser for now. That's fine. I really like Reuniclus on this team because Reuniclus, like Clefable, has the Magic Garb. So if you want to bring Stealth Rocks against me. That's fine on like a good portion of my team. It's either immune to it or resistant to it, or immune to it. So I'm good with Eeveelutions. It's also got Regenerator, which, you know, helps with being a slow powerhouse team. And this thing hits hard. So I'm excited to use Eeveelutions while we can. And next up we have Thwacky. So Thwacky is a good pick. It's a good pick. It's super cheap for 2 points. I think this thing does work as a terrain setter. It's just, yeah. It's a good pick. I don't have much else to say about it. We're definitely, earthquakes aren't coming. So it's gonna force some people to decide if they want to run high horsepower or Stomping Tantrum or Earthquake, if they want to choose Earthquake. And then we get more priority with Grassy Glide. Thwacky gets access to Swords Dance and Knockoff, so it can be a late game sweeper if we want it to be a late game sweeper, or it can, you know, throw a choice band on it if we really want to hit some, you know, grass weak mons for an Oko. Moving on, we picked up Sableye for 3 points. Sableye I picked up mostly because of its typing. I got a lot of single types on this team, and then because it's sort of a rain team as well, there's a lot of like dual water types. There's 2 right now, but there's a lot of dual water types, and I was missing a ghost type, and I was missing a good dark type, and my options, you know, down the lower tiers weren't that fast. And Sableye is a mon that I know how to use, and it's a mon that gets priority, and I know we already have a little bit of priority, and I know it's not offensive priority, but priority is priority. So especially on this team, priority is priority. So I was like, okay, we're gonna pick Sableye. It's something that can switch in on a fighting attack for Melmetal. It's something that can spread status. It's something that can annoy, and it's something that can annoy well that I know how to use. So I'm excited to have just a super splashable mon on my team, and it's one of my favorite mons. I love its design. It's so cool. It's so cool. Yeah, Gizmo's back, guys. I'm excited for it. I'm ripped for it. Is that a thing? That sounds like I like farted. Do kids say ripped? I don't know. Anyways, our last pick, I know we have 3 points remaining, but as I said, we have some trades in mind going into this, so those 3 points are kind of not really there. Effectively they are, but they're not. So yeah, I picked up Mr. Mime, Galarian Mr. Mime. I did get a few things sniped from me. Oh, this thing also has Trick Room, so we got 2 Trick Room users. Both psychic types, but I think most Trick Room users are psychic types anyway, so, you know, doubling up again on a typing. What I like about Mime is the fastest thing on my team. It's also a Rapid Spin user. It's got that screen cleaner, which, you know, I feel like screens are kind of a good answer to bulky offense. So we got something that can come in and just go, nope, nope, nope. And people don't really want to bring screens when you have a screen cleaner. And we do have a defogger with our Pelipper, but we needed some more hazard control. So I like Mime for that. Hello, dogs, they are back. Yeah, and then Mime isn't half bad. You can run Nasty Plot on it. You can, you know, it's got good stats. Mr. Mime Galarian is great. It's got base 100 speed. Its special attack is 90, but you'd throw a Nasty Plot on that thing, and then it's doing damage. It's got Rapid Spin. Oh yeah. I like this thing, and most importantly, it's got Freeze Dry. So any water types that want to come in and abuse the rain that I have, they're gonna have to deal with a Mime. And they're gonna have to be frozen dry. So yeah, I like this as a last pick for my team. I really do. And it's slow, but it can also be bulky. I mean, it's not slow, but it's like the team itself is slow. And yeah, this is something, you know, cheap and fast that I can throw in and sort of mitigate some of the speed tiers that we're worried about. And, you know, Ice, that's not offensive type, is really useful for that. And I think Mr. Mime Galar has some bulky utility that kind of gets underplayed. So yeah, here's our slow powerhouse team. I'm excited to use it. We're definitely going to be doing some trades. I believe there's power in trades. Trading is my favorite thing to do in a draft league, so I don't actually, hate what this team looks like. I know it's a little lackluster right now, but I know how to shape it into something, and I think the chances of the stuff that I'm going to be trading for aren't going to be picked up by others. So I think we're going to be okay. We're definitely going to be able to cover our weaknesses as we see them. Slow power. Gonna figure out how to use it. Gonna figure it out. Gonna figure out how to use Melmetal and do damage with Melmetal. Gosh damn it. I want to use it. I don't know how. We're gonna figure it out. Our next upload is going to be on Thursday of next week. Our upload schedule is every Thursday for this league, so be sure to check us out next Thursday. We have our first match against Talon and his Atlanta Braviaries, and his team, he was wheel first pick, so we got some power coming through. Dragapult. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name has been Sparrows. Check out Whitney Vision. A lot of love goes into Whitney Vision. We're good at what we do. And until next time, guys, take care.